Biafra, Biafra, the only hope we have. We salute you, we appreciate you, we salute you, we appreciate you. No, Amadike, one no Biafra. Odogu, Chuko Kike Chekwagi, let it in the road. Dragon Master, Biko do. My Prime Minister, Atakata Abuo, take us to bus stop. Era yo to na yasi. Anya chikenewo, everybody knows in a jogodo. We want to go, yo. Enu na no. We appreciate you, Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you, Biafra, they salute you. We appreciate you, Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you, Biafra, they salute you. Cabinet members, down low, media people, GCK, deep down our heart, yo, Biafra, GCK. We are proud of you, we are very, very grateful, GCK. We cannot forget all your sacrifice, GCK. We appreciate you, Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you, Biafra, they salute you. We appreciate you, Biafra, appreciate you. We salute you, Biafra, they salute you.
Where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie, our enemy they try to annihilate. Before it's too late, freedom no be small something. Now it's we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie, our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go destroy. Our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our Prime Minister. We no go lie, our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, oh I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
pursuing is a part of pressure, relentless pressure to ensure that Biafra comes. How are we going to employ that pressure? There are only two ways to get your freedom in the history of the whole world. Freedom can be gotten only two ways. One is through the ballot box. In other words, people will contest and they will have Biafra Nationalist Party. Yes, as they have in Scotland. And then we vote for them. When they then go to the house or maybe go to Abuja, they will say, we are here under the mandate of Biafra Nationalist Party. Because of that, we want to go and conduct a referendum in order for us to be free. The other way, you fight. Either you go through the ballot box or you fight. Which option are we choosing? We have chosen to fight.
Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You made somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why? We all have seen millionaires. There is no amount of money you have today that Igbo people have never met before. Everybody knows who is Ezego. Ezego of Ihala. Ezego of Ihala was one of the richest men. What happened to him? He died in accident. Ezego died as he was coming back home. Why? Because of bad road. So let's assume that Nigeria is a country where you have road network, where you have traffic laws, where people respect road traffic or road laws or traffic laws. Ezego Fihala may be alive today. We have decided that we design the solution that suits us. And that solution is that everything we do, since they make our country and our land very uncomfortable for us, we will bring our freedom from diaspora. And that's what we're doing today. So the enabling environment that was not created for us in Biafra land, the different countries where we reside have created an environment, and we are struggling to bring this kind of system back to our people for them to live like human beings. So we will always outsmart the terrorist state of Nigeria, where
we have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an adage that says, no matter how you try to leave them, to forgive them, to accept them, they will still come up with that same behavior, because Nigerian government has a process of divide and conquer. They use people within to destroy what Biafrans are doing. We already know that, and that is why they are not going anywhere. That is why we stop them on their track. That is why we discover them anywhere they are, and we bring them down. That is what we will continue to do. No mercy. No mercy, because lives have been lost. People have died. Children have died. Innocent Biafrans have been murdered. They've spilled their blood. We are not joking. Anybody, any attorney, any lobbyist, you think we are joking in this restoration process? I pity you. Sorry will be your name.
It gets to 7 months. You can never cover it. That is where we are right now in the restoration of the United States of Biafra. And those people, most Biafrans that have this what we call the sixth sense, when things are happening, it's not just what is happening this November, December. Most of them have been threading back what happened even since February to this restoration, till this January. And these are Biafrans that have been following Obatobie's footsteps. They have been threading it. Each step, each move everybody is doing, they are putting it together. And one major thing that most of them, the think tank of the Biafra restoration, have come to present to me is that this thing that is happening right now is the same thing. It was the same thing that happened before Nnamdi Kanu to Wazirike, to our able leader Nnamdi Kanu. And it tried to happen to Obatobie, but luckily, thank God, Obatobie has the right people around him. And those right people around him have been persistent and consistent. They could not be mowed down by the criminals that supported Obatobie. Not that supported the criminals that entangled him, because what the criminals do, which they did to Wazirike, some of you know the history of Wazirike, when the politician, one of those politicians, it was Ifanyo, but one of them went to the DSS. Anyoba, thank you so much. Went to meet Wazirike with the criminals that surrounded Wazirike. And when they went to meet him, those criminals that Wazirike trusted, he saw those people with this criminal politician when they came to dissuade him to drop Biafra. So when he saw people that he trusted, people that he thinks he trusted, surrounding this criminal politician, he was able to let go of the Biafra restoration. The same thing happened to our able leader Nnamdi Kanu. The same criminals that surrounded him, that pretended to be fighting for the Biafra restoration, were the same ones that moved him to Kenya, where Nigerian government took him. And today he's languishing in Nigeria DSS dungeon. The same criminals that surrounded Nnamdi Kanu that pretended that they were fighting for Biafra restoration. They were the same individuals when Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, has said there will be sit at home or there won't be any election. These criminals will go collect money from the Nigerian politicians in Southeast and South, and come and telling them the canon, how are we going to do this now? Let us cancel this. We're going to let the election go, or maybe the next one. The same criminals that did this thing to Nnamdi Kanu, they are the same criminals that Obatobie moved into the Biafra Republic government in exile. They are there.
Exactly.
They are doing the same template that Fulani tells them to do. That same template that Fulani uses to disrupt the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. It is the same template they came with this time. But you know what? They failed. Because it's a different breed of Biafrans that is in charge at this time. It's a different breed of Biafrans that have studied the history for the past 100 years. The different breed of Biafrans that knows how the Fulani penetrates Igbos, penetrate Biafrans. A different breed of Biafrans that understood how the Fulani terrorist cabals and Nigerian government works. So when you see the criminal ex-Brigadier cabinet members, the criminal lobbyists that are parading with them in the name of trying to restore Biafra, Biafrans already stopped them on their track. That is why they don't go. They can't move anywhere. Not when some of us. Not when some of us. So Nigerian government, I promise you today, the money you are giving to the is a waste because they cannot go anywhere. They can't go far. Once they take one step, we are taking 5 steps ahead of them.
I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program. Thank you for joining on this program wherever you are joining from. You are welcome. Today is the 6th, and it has been a sit at home. A very successful sit at home was conducted today. Biafra land was under lock and key and shut down. Every one of us know why we are sitting at home. It is an agreement that every one of us have reached. And we will never stop the sit at home until Biafra is fully restored. This is an agreement that we have all reached. And today, Biafran people have spoken as always. It was a very successful one. The very first sit at home in the year 2025. Under the United States of Biafra, under the command of our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. It is a successful one, and more things are going to unfold. Wherever you are in Biafra land, every one of us have to rise up. This is not the time to play around. It is not the time to joke. It is a time to be much more serious than we have ever been. Nigeria has ended. Those who are still pretending and looking onto their one Nigeria, thinking that something is going to happen, nothing is going to come out of the zoo. You can see how Boko Haram is taking over the northern part of Nigeria. When we tell you that Biafra land is the most peaceful, some of you do not understand. We have seen grievous videos that I imagine, very horrific videos that I imagine from the northern part of Nigeria, how the Fulani terrorists are destroying the lives of the Hausas in the north. And most of those Hausas in the north are Christians. They have intensified in the attack, which is being sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria and France today. France has always been involved in terrorism that is happening in West Africa. And that is why Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso send them packing. But instead of Nigeria to behave itself and align with his brothers, Nigeria decides to open their gates for the terrorist government of France to continue to terrorize West Africa through Nigeria. It is sad, but that is the truth of today. I can't imagine that anybody in this time will begin to embrace France into Nigeria. They brought France into Nigeria, and now you can see what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. You can see the kind of video that is coming out from northern Nigeria. Boko Haram is taking over places. Bandit is ravaging and causing havoc everywhere. The northern part of Nigeria, even with the presence of the terrorist government of France. When we tell you that these people are the sponsors of terrorism in Africa, some of you do not believe it. You don't understand. You think we are saying it out of hatred. We think we are just saying it because we want to say it. It is the truth. Whether you like it or not, it is the truth. The terrorism that is being perpetrated in Nigeria today has become so obvious. But I bet you they cannot bring that to Biafra land. The Biafran government, the United States of Biafra government, under our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, is preparing seriously, and we are going to confront the enemies. Every terrorist in uniform or off uniform in Biafran territory, they are going to get it hot. That is why the recruitment has opened, and every one of you who want to participate as the Liberation Army of Biafra, go to the website, go to the platform, the X platform of the government. You are going to see the United States of Biafra on X. Go to X, United States of Biafra, or you go to the platform of our Deputy Prime Minister on X. You are going to see the email. Through that email, sending your application to be the soldier of Biafra, your application will be processed, and if you are qualified, you are going to be taken for training. You must apply through the email. Do not take any form from anybody. Nobody is accepting form. If anybody gives you form to fill to join Liberation Army, run for your life. These are the criminals, and they are after your life. If anybody gives you a form to fill, do not listen to them. These are a bunch of criminals, and they are after your life. Do not accept any form from anybody. If you want to join the Liberation Army, all you have to do is to go through the email, send in the email, your application through the email. You will be contacted. When you are contacted, and then you are going to do what you are supposed to do. So wherever you are, wherever you are located, you must try as much as possible to do your part. And every one of us that send that application and join, I bet you at the end of the day, you'll be glad you did. You'll be protected, and you'll be covered, and you will get all the support that you need. Every requirement that you need, you are going to get. Every support you need, you are going to get. What you have to do is to apply through that email. And a salary scheme have been mounted up by United States of Biafran government. The Biafran government have worked out a salary scheme for all the Liberation Army of Biafra. You will be receiving your salary directly, not from a second person, directly to your own account. Once you send your application and your application is processed and you are qualified, screening will be done. Don't think that by sending an application you are qualified. It is not everybody that send application that will receive, because we know that the enemies will also send application. The unqualified one will also send application. The application will be processed, and if you are qualified, you will be admitted and you will send for training. The experts will train you. After the training, then you'll be receiving your salary directly to your own account. We are now operating a government. And for those of you who are afraid and scared, don't be scared of anything. Do not be afraid. We are working a government. Nigerian government cannot determine how we treat our soldiers and how we recruit our soldiers. We don't care what they say, what they do. We have our system of recruiting. As a sovereign nation, United States of Biafra, we have the right to have our soldiers, protect our soldiers, recruit our soldiers, and equip them. That is why every one of us must continue to support the Liberation Army of Biafra, to equip the Biafran soldiers. Support financially. Any way you can, make sure you support. Go to the New Dimension Mandate and make your contribution. New Dimension Mandate, go there and make your contribution. It is very important. Don't wait until the day of fundraising. You can do your donation any minute, any day, any time. The account in the homeland is there. The diaspora can pay through the New Dimension Mandate. You go to online, you can make your payment and get your receipt automatically. My fellow Biafrans that are watching, I urge every one of you not to get distracted. Our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa is sound, hale and hearty, and he's going to join us. The Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Nigeria, is hale and hearty. Do not mind the propaganda news you are hearing from the zoo. Do not mind all their propaganda, all their blackmailing, all their lies. Do not pay attention to all that. Don't pay attention to any propaganda coming from the zoo. It will never fly. These are a bunch of criminals who are trying to distract you from doing what is right, who are trying to distract you from following the right path. This bunch of criminals are everywhere. And the only assignment they had is to distract you and make sure that you don't do what you're supposed to do. But you, as a Biafran, you know the right thing to do, and you must not be distracted. Master Simon Eber will join us. If anybody is talking about extradition, it is impossible, absolutely impossible. They can't do that. There is no way it is going to happen. And I bet you our Prime Minister is safe and sound, and is aware and watching everything that is going on. No matter their blackmail and propaganda, no matter their distraction and lies, our freedom will definitely come. All you need to do is to support the restoration of Biafra. Continue to participate on your own side, just like we did today. The civil disobedience today was massive. As always, we will continue to make it massive. And the recruitment will be ongoing to defend Biafra land. Remember, Mazin Nandekano said, anytime we declare, Biafra land will be defended. And our Prime Minister also made the statement that after declaration, we are going to defend our territory with everything in us. That is why we are preparing today. So in this preparation, everybody must begin to do what he or she can do to see that we are absolutely prepared. No amount of blackmail is going to stop us. No propaganda is going to stop us. No lies of the enemy will stop us. Today, being the 6th of January 2025, we have come once again. And I bet you it is only going to get better as we are fighting for the recognition of the United States of Biafra. That recognition is going to come. It is unstoppable. Already, Chukwu Okike Abiama is already creating space on how Biafra will be recognized. As the Zoological Republic is destroying itself by itself, Biafra separated itself, made declaration, and recognition is going to come. The more the Zoological Republic continues to deepen himself with terrorism and terrorist countries and terrorists, the more Biafrans are making waves. The whole world have known that we have declared Biafra on the 29th of November 2024. And from that day on, we are no longer part of the zoo. And whatever trouble that the zoo brings, we fall upon them. We are going to defend our borders and defend our territory. And every one of you must prepare. My fellow Biafrans, please like and share this program while I play a program that I would like you to listen to. With all the propaganda that is going, distraction that is going, we will continue to address those distractions while we move on. Biafra has been declared. And on behalf of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, made that declaration on his behalf. We saw it, and our Secretary of Justice was there to sign and seal it. Don't pay attention to any propaganda and blackmail that is coming right, left, and center. We must continue, and there is no going back. Wherever you are, always remember that it is forward ever and backward never. We must not allow the enemies to come between us. We shall overcome.
Onye na-achị akpa ya ọnya ọwụ ya wa ka a na-achị. These are the same people you are now playing into their hands. The same people that were telling us, because I used to transverse all the platforms and defend Biafra. I have heard a lot from these people, so-called Igbo-speaking Biafrans. I have heard from them, and I know what they can do, and I know what they've been doing. Majority of them are against you. If not me, it must not be you. If not them, it must not be Simon Ekpa. If not them, it must not be Ngozi Orabwezi. If not them, it must not be Nnamdi Kanu. If not them, it must not be Let Timojuku. If not them, and so on and so forth. These are the characters of our people, where my mother comes from. Very disgusting. The kind of mind our people, where my mother comes from in Biafra land, they are so dirty, some of them. Very, very dirty. Instead of them to support you, they want to bring you down so that it will be them. If they cannot get it, let everything crash. That is the demonic spirit some of these people have. And it is playing. You don't see it here. Go to space, go and see them. People of Biafran Igbo extraction are holding spaces, criticizing and castigating, bad-mouthing their own brothers and sisters for choosing to fight for freedom, which they will also benefit from. I cannot talk more, I cannot talk less. It is a shame. But glory be to God that God has given us the power to do what we are doing today. And I believe that we are in the majority. If you are here, if you are listening to my voice, please, if you cannot contribute, sing for the United States of Biafra. If you cannot sing, dance for the United States of Biafra. If you can't dance, jump for the United States of Biafra. As long as you are doing it from your heart, as long as you are doing it from your spirit being, it will surely propel the full recognition of my mother's ancestral nation, the beautiful nation. Bless so much. May Chukwuka Abiyama continue to bless every one of you. Bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Bless the Prime Minister that has been isolated from us as usual. The globalist agenda, that is what is going on, my people. It must you don't be confused with what is happening. It is based, the fight we are fighting is based on economic interest. And remember that in Africa, Biafra has a lot of it. That is the reason why they are doing what they are doing to us. God bless all of you, and God bless those people that still observe the state at home today. Whatever that you have lost today, may Chukwuka Abiyama, Ewurade Nyankopon, Ubangiji Allah, Abasimbong, Tamuno, Ogbene, replace it for all of you. In the name of Chukwuka Abiyama. Thank you for having me and for listening to me. I know I will always abuse the privileges that you are giving to me, but bear with me. Remember that I still remain your Okene. Thank you so much. I salute every one of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you, my brother Max. Thank you so much. We will kick it off again tomorrow, and we'll do what we have to do. Donatus, can we hear you now? Is your voice now okay? Donatus? We cannot hear you, bro Donatus. We can't hear you. Your voice is not coming out. Is anybody hearing him?
Talking. I'm not hearing him. Let him remove that earpiece now. He's talking to himself.
We can't hear you, Donatus. Maybe remove the earpiece and speak from the phone. If you're using the earpiece, remove it. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you. We can't hear anything. If you're using earpiece, remove it. My brother Chusky, go on. Chusky, are you there?
You can hear me, sir?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go on.
Okay. I'm very, very sorry. I got short of data. That is why I left that time.
Oh, so sorry.
What I was saying before is I want to use this opportunity to urge Biafrans that we should try as much as possible to be united. There is a voice I sent to you in your WhatsApp, sir. I know you have listened to it. You can see what I said there. And what is playing out is very, very risk. And we should try as much as possible not to involve our men on ground in whatever that is happening. So we need more. We need more counseling to them. We need more elaboration, more clarification, so that they should not get themselves involved. Even if when you find out that your fellow Biafran made a mistake on something, you are ought to correct that person, not coming out on social media to say something that will be tingling the ear. So like what a Holy Ghost was saying, you can I sent it to you. I know you listened. Very good. So please, we should try as much as possible to more education, like what you have been doing. I want to really thank you. Anytime you're online, we are going to join you to also to continue to talk to Biafrans. Everything is very, very clear. If whatever that is Pastor Van Babam and the Abarawa is doing now is maybe we are still on the level of agitation, it will be very different altogether. I would say let them be doing as long as all of us are like pushing for the same Biafra. But this time around, we have a government. Right. This is completely what is called a treason. What do you call it? Running a parallel government, which is a treason felony in law, and the consequences is always death. So I don't know why you established, and yet you're segregating yourself, trying to form a parallel government. What are they thinking? Are we trying to tell the whole world that we want to be like the zoo? We are coming to tell them we are different. We are trying to show the whole world that Biafrans are different, that we are united. No, we should not be doing something that make it look as if we are not united. So how can we achieve our goal? Some group of people will come and say another thing. Some group of people will say we want Biafra. Some group of people will be fighting against what we are looking for. You know, even if you are bright, how long will you continue to eat that money? If you're compromised, what of your children? What of your children's children? What of the future? And they should also know that if we eventually fail in this particular struggling we are fighting now, what will happen to us will be worse, 10 times worse than what we are passing through before. But I know God will never allow us to fail because He is on our side. At least all of us have seen the bomb that the Nigerian, the zoo terrorists thrown on our men that fall in front of them and the thing refused to explode. That alone should shock each and every one of us to say that God is with us. And whosoever that God is with, no one can be against him. So I want to urge Biafrans that we should try as much as possible to be united in everything we do. You know, those who have followed the path of Judas should repent and put heads together. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for that submission. I appreciate you for that very contribution. I welcome my fellow comrades, my beloved brother. He's one of our frontline comrades that is doing things out there. Every one of us knows he's not a stranger in this very struggle. We all know him. He's one of the frontline men in this United States of Biafra. We have passed through a very difficult road, and up to today, we are still standing, going forward. We welcome him in our midst. Let's allow our beloved comrades to give us a speech as we welcome him into our midst. You are welcome, my beloved brother. We go.
Thank you so much, Shooks, and thank you every other person that has been here. My regard, all protocol observed. Survivor, thank you for being in Italy. They say a delinquente. You know they means this your timing. Your timing is very, very important and strategic. You know they take and play, and I must commend you for that. No matter what, no matter how difficult, to keep to that your time. I must say, I praise you for that. My brother, Shuski, you said something that was, I've been listening, though. I've been here all this while. I even shared it on the X. I've been listening, and I never wanted to come in. But why I came in is because of what our brother Shuksi is worried about.
Okay.
I want us to know that you can, when you look at what is going on now, you don't need anybody to preach to you or to explain to you or to convince you to believe or to understand that these people are begging people to come out to condemn what the government is doing.
Exactly.
I want to ask a question to everybody listening and those that will listen later. Have you ever seen any government where the military or the military head or the military, what is the highest rank in the military? I think you Field Marshal.
Yeah.
We come out to tell you how to run the government. It is not being done. So we know what is being motivated. The man that claim he have this money is not having this money to do the needful. He is using, I want us to understand that all they are doing is just distraction. I've explained this several times. Don't let anything distract you. Don't let what the men on ground that are getting themselves involved into whatever is happening now. Don't be bothered by what they are saying. Just be focused. Do the needful. If you believe what the ex-finance minister is doing is the needful and the right thing, join him. I can't force you to do the needful. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that you will hear the truth, and with the truth, we will overcome and destroy our enemies.
Yes.
Now, I want us to see the template. Their template. The same template they used on the people DOS against the Simon Ekpa when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. I've said this several times. They stopped speaking or talking or saying anything about Biafra, which they later come back to confess themselves. They stopped talking about Biafra, they stopped talking about Nnamdi Kanu. All the topics were Simon Ekpa. Today, is it not the same thing?
The same thing.
The same way DOS went and they began to collaborate with those that wanted Nnamdi Kanu dead. It's the same way we have seen them today collaborating with those that want Simon Ekpa fall. We see them with Asade Dokubo and the rest of them. I don't want to start calling names. We know them. We've seen them. Now today, I want you to know that the original plan is to distract Biafrans from getting, to distract them from taking their eyes off the ball. And you start fighting each other. That's why you don't see me come to fight anybody. That's not my problem. I know my problem. My problem is my enemy is the person that is paying my own brother to fight me. So I will fight the enemy, not my brother. So the original plan is to make us enemies to one another. So you will begin to fight them. They begin to fight you. I want us to not to forget in a hurry what Obasanjo just said. They will always use you to get you. They will always use your brother to get you. I want us to remember what Gowon said. That if he had known, he wouldn't have gone into battle. He will only use money to destroy Ojukwu plans. And that is what is going on today. But I want us to understand that we are not falling to this. We have overgrown this. So the original plan now today is when we start fighting each other, stop talking about freedom, stop talking about our new nation, USB, stop talking about Simon Ekpa, stop highlighting people of the situation. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is about to be released. Immediately they release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, everybody is still overwhelmed with the joy. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be restricted from holding social media meetings. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be restricted from gathering people. Are you not getting the message that Biafra, nobody will be discussing with Biafra or about Biafra for a long time? Nigeria have come out to tell Finland, we are no longer calling you to charge Simon Ekpa for terrorism. We withdraw the terrorism. He is not a terrorist. We are only calling you to stop him from inciting violence through social media. Are we getting the thing? It enter our brain? All they are trying to do is to make sure nobody hears the truth. Nobody gets the truth. Nobody hears the right information. Nobody gets the information. So, and then they asked Nigeria, okay, bring the evidence of what you claim. They said it will take them 6 months to get information ready. I want us to get something very clear here. To silence everything. Imagine today, Shooks is talking about Sonny Aparawa. I am talking about Rafael Ajero, and the other person is talking about Ogechukwu Nkele. Open social media is war. What will happen? Nobody will
forget about our freedom.
And this is the original plan, but we are on top of the game. In short, we are on top of this game. So I want everybody not to bother themselves. Do the needful. Whatever you are convinced in you that is the right thing to do. We need to fund our men on ground. Don't be discouraged or don't get worried about what anybody men on ground will come out to do or say on the social media. I want you to remain focused. Anybody can be asked to do anything. Probably you have done something for this man in the past. You just want him to pay you back. Just make this video. He will make a video. So don't be distracted. The government is not getting their instructions from the military. Rather, the military will always get instructions from the government. That's what we must know. So we are not going to get bothered by what anybody says, whether commander or no commander. We want to keep our eyes focused. All we must do is to fund this government to support our army, to support our military. That's all we must keep doing. Thank you so much, my people, and thank you so much, Chief Survivor. You are doing wonderful. God bless us. And the bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my beloved brother and a fellow comrade. I appreciate you so much. You are holding on, and you are even doing the most difficult aspect of it. And I thank God for the strength He has given us, and we will continue. There is no going back. My sister Ojugo, go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you, my sister Ojugo.
Okay, good morning,
Thank you,
everybody.
247.
Good morning.
God bless you.
You're welcome.
Is somebody talking?
Go ahead. No,
okay.
You are the one to talk. Go ahead.
Like 247 said, your time is really good. I wake up to it all the time. But most time, I don't start but majority of that I don't start from the beginning because it's like right now it's after 5 and you've been online for 3 hours now, a little more, 3 hours. Yeah. So, but I'm happy when I wake up, you're live online. But I don't know what the topic is, but I'm gonna talk based on inspiration. We all know what this is all about. Anybody that said act out of ignorance, the person chose to do that. Because we've been going through this. Our parents has been going through suffering. We were born and born into it. And Biafra is a country that have fought war about the way we're being maltreated. So it's not new to anybody. And now we have gone this point. Let me tell our people, it's not over. Bear in mind, that what they are fighting again now is to remove the COS. And it will continue to be a fight. So when she's out, what happened? We all fall inside the bush, we all scatter. Now, there is a government. The government picked the next person, and we must. There's something a white man said, I think from America here. When he was saying something on that declaration, they said, you are the one that experienced it. You are the one that won this freedom. So you have to fight for it. He's not the one. The 4 years. I was helping my son last night on social studies, and they mentioned 3 women that fought during 19th century, that fought for women right to vote in United States. They fought for it. There were 3 outstanding women, not men, women that fought. One was even arrested. So this arrest is not something new. One entered a car, started driving around with some women around the boundaries, campaigning for women's right to vote, until eventually they amended the Constitution and put the women's right to vote. Women started voting. Women were not voting before. And that was after they got the right to drive. So this is something that needs to be done. Some people, when the woman was arrested, people, oh, we need to stop this. They're going to arrest all of us. They said, nah, let them arrest all of them and put them inside their jail. So we need, if we don't have this in mind, that arrest will be part of it. And it shouldn't shake us. Rather, it will make us to stand strong. Now, the silent Mazen Nandekalo, because that's what they're going to do if they release him. And then on their part to silence Simon Ekpa. Nigeria has fought, and they don't have any strength again to fight. So what they want to do now is to use the social media. On their social media, they started to propagate. The worst thing that drives me crazy is a whole country using their media to tell lies, a proper, clear lies. That Master Simon Ekpa was put in the biggest, worst prison. That tear. My siblings call me from back home. See what I say? Please, this is wrong. Imagine a whole media. What is this? Muta, a whole head of. Oh my God. So please. So they want to silence us on this. This social media is tearing them apart. That's why I love this information. The communication is everything. Because that's what they used to win us the other fight. But they're not gonna do that again. And that's what they want to silence anything media. Anything. They want to silence Simon Ekpa. They're gonna end up want to silence all of you that are on social media. So let's bear this in mind. The fight just started. The other one was agitation. Now we're going into the battle of the redeclaration of Biafra. So that's gonna be more tougher. We haven't seen anything, no. But please, we need to stand strong. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you for that submission. We appreciate you for that amazing contribution. And I believe that Biafrans are getting the information and they are being strengthened. Always let us not forget today, Biafrans have spoken again with a loud voice. We have spoken again with a loud voice, letting the whole world know that we do not support whatever they are doing in their so-called one Nigeria. We're not part of it. Everything they are doing in our territory today remains illegal. And we are standing on the United States of Biafra. Today, United States of Biafra in Biafra land is sitting at home. Everywhere is sealed. I have played the video and you have seen the update that is coming. And we have people in the homeland here who can also testify that Biafra land is locked down. Without anybody enforcing, without anybody pushing anybody, Biafrans know what they want. They have decided to walk out, and nobody can stop us from going out. My brother Donatus, are you there? Can you hear us now, Donatus?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you hearing me? Okay. Am I coming out loud?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead and speak. Speak to us.
All right. Good morning, sirs. Everybody in the house. I greet everybody. Mazugo, my greeting is going to you for your explanation this morning. And everyone, Maxwell, everyone that contributed, I appreciate you. And thank God for you standing on the right of the truth. So what I want to make, the submission I want to make is this. Let's forget about this, those ones that refuse to submit to the government of Biafra. But let us be focused, knowing that this is a distraction that the Nigerian government want to incite, so to confuse us, to bring a divide and rule among us, in order that, so that they will have an upper hand. Because that's to tell you that what we are doing is very, very telling on them. And I want to assure you that if we take this for granted and refuse to be focused, no, don't be surprised that tomorrow will be another target, and then we'll be struggling on how we will not support this person, we will not support this person. Let us be focused, knowing fully well that this is a strategy of the zoo, and we should not fall for their gimmick. We should all be focused and not allow this their gimmick to play to overall us and bring us down. Let us please, that's the only thing I want to say. We should not be distracted. Neither should we play this even to reach our gallant men on the ground. We should not allow them to be divided, because that's where that's where I'm very, very bothered. Yesterday night I was asking the management of the security about this welfare of our security, and they were telling that everything is okay, because that's what every one of us here in the land is afraid of. I'm at home and all of us are bothered about the security on ground, and we ourselves that have voted our security, the security of our security is very, very important. All these things we should not allow them to reach. You hear what Holy Ghost said yesterday. So all these things bothered me a lot, and somebody called me from Onisha, was trying to, by 5 o'clock this morning, somebody called me from Onisha, was asking me what is this. The guy here was Holy Ghost said, I said yes. So this is where I'm bothered about. Let us be focused. Let us be speaking one voice. Forget every distraction and try to wear bulletproof to overcome them. That's all I want to say. All these things must happen because Nigeria is out and they have their billion to give anybody that associate that agree with them. So may we be focused. That's my submission, and I'm praying for every one of you that God should always encourage and strengthen every one of you that are fighting this thing over there to make sure that our land is liberated, and we're here did the needful. May God bless all of you.
Thank you so much for that very submission. I appreciate you, and I want to let every Biafrans know that we are in the United States of Biafra. That United States of Biafra is under the government of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Egba, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. It is not confusing. The office of the Prime Minister is running the United States of Biafra. And I thank God that, like people who are complaining of the voice we had and all that, when you listen, he admitted that the United States of Biafra is where we are. That is the key word. The United States of Biafra must be protected. The office that is in charge of running the affairs of the United States of Biafra today is the office of the Prime Minister, and it is not empty. That office is not empty. It is working for you. It is working for me. They are doing everything necessary. Some of us who were on the Twitter space when the Secretary of Defense answered the question, he made it very clear that the men on the ground will get every single support they need, they are okay. When issues that has to do with the administration of the United States of Biafra has to be managed under the office of the Prime Minister, those who are in defense are not part of it. Do not drag defense into it. Do not drag the men on the ground into it. Some of them might decide to speak out of emotion or because of one dissatisfaction or the other. It is not normal. There is nobody that is in the field that will begin to concern himself with what is happening in administration. My joy is that they identify, every one of them identify with the United States of Biafra. If they are confused, furthermore on anything, they have to come down and watch. In administration, the office of the Prime Minister is in charge of the United States of Biafra. There are documents that backs up every single thing that office is doing today on behalf of the office of the United States of Biafra. If the United Nations want to speak to the United States of Biafra that was declared on the 29th of November 2024, if the United Nations or any organization want to reach out, they are going to reach out to the office of the Prime Minister that made that declaration. I played a video here to show you how the declaration came about. You saw the men who are working closely with Master Simon Ekpa in Finland and on the organization of the office. They made a speech. Every document was signed. They were there. Even when the ID card was issued, you saw two people who were standing issuing ID card to Biafrans. That authority, that is where it's supposed to be. Everybody saw it, and the whole world we are following the way the event went. Introductions were made. For anybody to begin to jump out of that procedure is abnormal. Don't get distracted. We are in the United States of Biafra. It is because of the United States of Biafra that people spent money to fly to Finland. They didn't go to Finland to go and see Master Simon Ekpa, or to go and clap or jump or to go for a picnic. The purpose of people spending their money to fly air, to take a risk of going to Finland, the reason why people did that journey, some of them overlooked their holiday they're supposed to have in December, and they took that holiday to go to Finland. It was to go and join the declaration of Biafra, United States of Biafra. United States of Biafra was declared. It is a very sorry thing to see that after that declaration, you will come back and you now retrieve and go back and say you're going back to Egypt where they're coming from. The government in exile did excellent job. Everybody in their position performed well, and they were able to carry it out to that declaration. The declaration was made. The name under which we are operating today, under which you can represent Biafra, except you are not working with Master Simon Ekpa. If you're working under another umbrella, I have no problem with you. You can go around and fight in the way you want to fight. But if you're under Master Simon Ekpa, the name that we are standing on today is the United States of Biafra, and every man on the ground knows that. If they think that the office of Prime Minister is locked up, it is not. The office of the Prime Minister is active, has never stopped working for a single day, never. It has never stopped working for a single day. That is why I always tell people, forget about names. That is why I forget to call them. I say don't call names. Talk about the institution. Let us focus on protecting the institution. If we can succeed in protecting the institution, it doesn't matter who we put there, whether a man, a woman, a young person, an old person, poor or rich, the institution makes that person powerful. If you continue to build tough men and tough women, you will continue to make mistakes and put yourself into trouble. But when you build a strong institution, whoever comes into that very place will respect it, and it will be strong. It doesn't matter who comes there. That very institution is what we protect. Just like in Nigeria, you talk about the government of Tinubu. The government of Tinubu now is running. Even if Tinubu goes for treatment for years or for months, the government will continue to run. In that same vein, in our government today, even in the absence of our Prime Minister, the government of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, is running. It has never stopped, not even for a second. I don't know why anybody can come and begin to insinuate that things are changing. Just like my beloved brother Ugo have said, let's not get distracted. Our focus is on recognition and defending of our land. The declaration has been made. We must have to carry that name. Write it on your forehead, United States of Biafra. Write it on your chest. Speak it, breathe it, and sing it. That is what they want to stop. We must get that recognition. And the men on the ground are doing their own part on creating a landing space for a full restoration. One of the processes is the sit-at-home you are seeing. Sit-at-home is now even tougher than ever. The record we are seeing now is even greater than ever. And the whole world is watching. Don't get distracted. Don't shake. There is not, just like our COS have said in the video I played initially, there is only one United States of Biafra. They are not two. Only one. Under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Only one. That office of the Prime Minister remains and continues to function. Has never stopped and will never, ever stop until we get to our destination. My beloved brother Max, you have something to say. Go on and speak to us, Max. Are you there, Max? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, I was having a little problem because, you know, we are in the Harmattan season now. Our weather now is very hazy, so it disrupts, you know, our network communication and so on and so forth. Mazugo, I have an iron to grind. Wait, I have an iron to grind with you, pa. Wallahi. We go talk. Yeah, I have a big stone to grind with you. If I will report you. I will report you to overcome Obunda.
No, no report me. I beg you. No report me.
I beg you.
Me.
No time for report now.
Did you know
that if I send you to overcome Obunda as okay, hey, you go. If you go to.
Don't even go there. Don't go there. I beg.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful because of what you've been doing. Since that time, you've not been seeing me in the platform. I was a little bit, you know, under the weather. I was admitted quite all right, but by the grace of God, I'm okay. I will go my last review on Wednesday this week so that I'll be better. I'm okay by the special grace of God. Chuko Kabiama is alive. Brother Chooks is aware of it because I briefed him a little concerning my illness as well. And see, let me tell you, there is something you said. There is what we call hierarchy of command, chronicle of command, and the follow of procedure laid down. In the military, we call it rudimental procedures. The rudiments, what you should know, cannot be changed. If you look at Prime Minister when he was still with us, this is what I want to tell our people today. For those of them that have decided to follow the other path, I don't want to mention their name. Listen carefully, please. In the hierarchy of command, it's quite true that we didn't have deputy prime minister. We had prime minister in the name of Simon Ekpa. He was leading. But who was the closest? Even if he wants to visit any diplomatic or let's say diplomatic conferences or so on and so forth, let me put it that way. Who was the person that is going to be with him there is the chief of staff. The chief of staff will always be with the prime minister. In a case where the prime minister is out, who's supposed to be there naturally without any, let me just say ambiguity? That should be chief of staff. That should be the finance. What does the finance got to do with you are responsible for prudent management and disbursement collection of funds. That is your job. That is your job. The reason is that they were surprised that a woman is now there and talking tough. I call him the Iron Lady of the USB. That is what I call him. I will also call him the Margaret Thatcher of USB, but not the Eliza type. I beg you. Not the Eliza type. Not the Eliza type. You understand? So this is what I would like to tell our people. When you have someone who is there in line with the procedure, my brothers and sisters, follow that particular person. When you have a lieutenant colonel from where I am coming from, the 2IC must be SO2 major. Major. Lieutenant colonel major will subordinate lieutenant colonel. Then you have company commanders with major rank too. Company commanders with major ranks too. Remember, the 2IC of the battalion is a major, but senior to the rest of the company commanders who are majors. You have the platoon commanders. How dare you, an adjutant who is responsible for the documentation of the soldiers in the barracks, going to duties, paying a ration cash allowance, maintaining them when they are in IS, internal security affairs, and so on and so forth. Be comparing yourself with the second in command, who is the 2IC, Major SO2. If you do that in the military, you will be inquired. A board of inquiry will be set up for you. They found you guilty. A court martial will be set up for you. And you will pay the heavy price for it. But the reason why we are not adopting some of these things is because of our condition, who we are, where we are coming from, and what we are trying to achieve. Let nobody throw sand into this struggle. The right things must be done. The chief of staff is the closest associate to the prime minister and must be respected. Who that does not respect the chief of staff is on his or her own. I have seen, I have spoken, I have made my points clear. I have told them what is obtainable in the right sense and sense climbs. That is exactly what Biafra represents. We cannot do like the zoo. We can't do like the zoo. The zoo, what these people are doing is exactly what the zoo is doing, where they don't respect rule of law, human rights, and so on and so forth. Where individuals will wake up simply because you are donning the uniform and you are equipped with automatic rifles to go and begin to kill low, unarmed civilians and burn down their houses. That is what is not. That is not what we cannot. We don't represent that. We are law-abiding people, and we must respect our laws and those that are handling the affairs of our country. Thank you so much. That's the reason why I come. Mazuko Ndewo Namoche. It is well with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are now beating it. I've clocked 4 good hours, and it's time for me to close up the program. So before I end up the program, I would like everyone to give the final submission. Let everyone speak before my beloved brother, the comrade Ugo, will now give us the closing remark and we'll close it. And before my brother Ugo will come in, I think other people should speak. Then he will make the last speech and we'll end the program. I'll be here for 4 hours, and there are still more other things to do. So let's start from Juski. Give us your closing remark. Let's go. Give us 1 minute of closing remark, and then we go over to the next person.
This is afternoon now. We started in the morning and we are ending in afternoon. So I want to thank each and every one of us here for putting heads together to let Biafrans to know that we are now governments. We are no longer agitators any longer. What we should be looking forward is to fully restore Biafra both in our homeland. So we should put heads together and stop all this some people's exposition coming to the air to wash our dirty linens. So whatever fracas, whatever problems we think we have, we should also settle it internally without coming to let people know. That is how reasonable people do things. It's not when you have a little fracas with your brother, you just come on air. Coming on air means you have something that you are hiding within yourself, that you are looking for opportunity to act, but the opportunity is not coming. And now you not think that this is exactly the right time for you to come and expose whatever evil thoughts you have. So Biafra, we are united as we answered United States of Biafra. That is who we are. And there is no two ways about it. We should support our CSO, COS, I think Chief of Staff, Ngozi Orabeze, and the government of Biafra.
I think has a network problem again. Okay, Donatus, are you there? If you're there, Donatus, take up the mic and give us a closing remark.
All right, sir. I greet everybody for being opportunity to be in the meeting, and I thank God for my brothers here in the homeland. So I appreciate everybody, and I'm encouragement to you all is that nobody should shake in mind by what you hear or whatever our gallant men came and said because of what overheard some zealous people did. So my encouragement is that all of us should focus and support the government, and that is how we are going to support them and defend our land and keep our hands must be on deck to make sure that we are speaking good of this government, of our prime minister, and making sure that we are supporting them both in our prayer and whatever, and all his cabinets. We must make sure we pray for them every morning we wake up, and that should be one of your primary assignment, to pray for them, that God will give them wisdom, give them knowledge, give them understanding to be able to overcome all this shenanigan of the enemy in order to break us, that God should overturn their table upside down and make sure that the government of our prime minister have upper hand, and our prime minister as well will overcome all these trials, because they're fighting the fight of faith, and that's the hero's fight, that God should give them the heart of a warrior to stand to the end of the day. And the same, all the cabinet, those media warriors and every one of them, that God should strengthen every one of them to do things in a very right perspective, in order that at the end, the enemy will be in shame and victory will be ours. We will rejoice together when Biafra is finally perfected in Jesus' name. That's my prayer. That's my encouragement for all of you. May God bless you as you comply in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much, my brother Donatus. May Chukwu Kikabiyama continue to guide and protect you. Let us hear from our beloved sister Ojubo, your closing remark as we round up.
Okay, thank you so much. What I want to put down as a closing remark is to remind ourselves, all Biafrans, that to know that within us, we are a country. We have declared ourselves as independent country. What we're doing now is just for other countries to recognize us as independent country. We're no longer fighting for it. We are asking them to recognize us. I listened to somebody, was it yesterday, who was continuously making that mistake. So, and then the protection to defend that country. That's at the stage we are. It's a government. We're no longer in agitation. So all this that phase has gone, like 100% gone. And also we need to recall back, Nnamdi Kanu said, when women come up, that this fight is over. And that's where we are now. Trust me, I'm a woman. When a woman is in a marriage, I keep telling people when a divorce is happen, you say, oh, this woman, before a woman comes out to say this marriage is over. If she start to write a book about what she passed through, you can't even stand it. You cannot. So, and when he says it's over, it's not looking back. It's over. If you want to stick your head in that marriage as a man, God bless you. Stick your head there. It's gonna you will receive it so bad. So it will be better for you to agree with that divorce and go away. Women are tough when it comes to internal toughness. Men are tough physically. That's why a woman can have a child for 9 months in its stomach. A man cannot do that. A man cannot go through labor. A man is only physically tough. But woman is internally. So don't worry. The COF is a gift God has given to her as a woman. And if we determine and come out as a woman that this government is not going to shake. And that's the era. All the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu, can we not see it that it's all coming to fulfillment?
It is.
That they're going to butt a lot of people over. Nigeria have money. They don't know what to do with their money. Let's always remember that prophecy of this man. This man said there will be a point where we will use a bike. Clean your bike and keep it. Don't you know that people are using their bike now? When the fuel is 1,500 or 1,000 something for a liter. So all the prophecy is coming out. We need to always go back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's prophecy and say that it's all taken back step by step. So I don't know whom you're following, but me and my family were following the government of United States of Biafra, USB. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we will continue to do what we have to do to protect the United States of Biafra that we all have declared. My beloved brother and fellow comrade, my brother Ugo, go ahead and give us a word of encouragement as we end the program.
Thank you, Sheiks, and thank you, Biafra. Ugo, thank you so much for that wonderful submission. Well, I have said all I wanted to say before. I will continue to tell everybody, like I've been saying, I'm not preaching for anybody to follow what I'm doing or to follow anybody. I will only tell you to discern and know the right way to go. If you look at what is happening, you have seen what is happening. When you take a look at what is happening, you will really find out where are we going to and where are the other people going to. You will be able to tell yourself the truth. This is not time to come to social media and start opening mouth to make noise or doing saga. Like I promised Biafrans today, from this week, I am no longer going to be talking about anybody. I want to be talking about my new nation, Biafra. And I will advise every other person to follow that way. We don't have to fight anybody. I've explained here earlier why all this saga is coming up now. It's just a distraction to make you lose focus. And you must not lose focus. You must stay focused. We have no mission but to restore our freedom, to restore our nation. And that nation has been restored. And now the the only way forward now is to defend that nation. and then make sure we get the recognition we needed from all over the world. And for your information, we have gotten some recognitions, and some will come more.
Yes.
So it's not time to believe what anybody is telling you, and I want you to not get yourself worried over what a commander is saying or what a commander will say. This is now a nation, it's no longer an organization, and this nation will dish out instructions to the military of the nation. It is left for the military to follow the government or to tell you that they don't want to follow the government. They want to follow their own way. But I know that the Biafran army will not abandon what they have come too far to build with our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, to jeopardize it with anything. It will not happen. They will not do that. These men on ground, this our army, have surrendered their life. They have sacrificed their life, their family, everything. They have no life of theirs again. They don't have anything. They can't even go out their own. All they do every minute, every day, every second of their life is to defend Biafra land with everything, the last drop of their blood. So they know the right thing to do. Like you and me today, we know the needful to do. We must not be distracted. I believe some of them will be listening to me, and some of them have called me to ask me my stand. And I made it clear that I will stand with the government or Prime Minister that has brought us this far. We cannot go back at this point. So stay focused. Remember, I don't come to social media to lament or to open mouth to tell you everything. I will always tell you, like our Prime Minister will say, you will only know what you need to know. I don't need to tell you that this commander is talking to me. And many of you that know me know that I don't post videos of commander talking, this one commander talking. I can only post videos like when they say this commander, that Nigeria will come and tell you they don't kill this commander. I will come out and tell you, look at the commander when they say they don't buy you. That's the kind of video. Posting commanders is not my own mission, but I will always encourage them and encourage you to stay focused. And we are moving to the next level. Our sovereignty is to restore our homeland, fully taken over by our own people from the hands of those terrorists or Boko Haram in uniform. And we are not giving it up for anything. Airborne.
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 Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that amazing and wonderful contribution. Every Biafran that is watching us on this program, I appreciate every one of you. I say, may Chukwu Okike be our guide and protect every one of you. We pray for the Deputy Prime Minister, COS, that Chukwu Okike be our guide and protect her.
Today is first month, the 6th of January 2025, Kanu's Day. As you can see, every place is under lock and key. In obedience with our continuous sit at home, Biafrans are obeying the sit at home and they are ready to go. So you can see today, even though we are still in festival period, this is total shutdown. All the shops are shut down. All the shops, as you can see, they are shut down in obedience with our start home update from Enugu State. Total shutdown.
Hey! Biafra,